Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. My name is Matthew Cherewka. I'm the Director of Business Development at Vecna Robotics. And today I'll be talking to you about our pivotal orchestration system. And so for those of you who don't know, Vecna Robotics is a warehouse automation solutions provider focused on high capacity AMR solutions. Our pivotal platform comprises the um, full range of those solutions. And many of my colleagues have been telling you about our different platforms and the way that we do automate your operations. Today, I'm going to be focused on the orchestration and learning components of this platform. How do you have the robots operate as efficiently as possible? And how can you use the data being produced by the system to improve your operations and improve system efficiency over time? And so our pivotal orchestration system comprises quite a few components. If you imagine a fleet of robots within your facility, each robot has our autonomous navigation system running on that, and that is able to dynamically and safely execute orders as they come through. But how do you ensure that the way that those orders are getting to the robots and the way that the fleet is performing is going to be as optimal as possible? And that's where our pivotal orchestration system is really a big differentiator. And so the pivotal system has the ability to dynamically optimize how work gets done throughout your facility. And so that's task optimization, that's traffic management. And it's doing this by collecting data from every resource that is tied into it, whether that's demand being fed from different systems, Vecna's robots, um, data coming in from manual operations and third-party equipment. And using this, it is able to um, use data analytics and real-time optimization to ensure that the fleet and your operation will perform as efficiently as possible. And our pivotal system is also key for what we call interoperability, or the ability of all these different systems to play nicely together. And so whether that's just integrating with the WMS or that's communicating with third-party equipment, moving into moving into some cutting edge technologies such as optimizing for 5G using edge computing. This is where the pivotal system really comes into play. And so to go over the basics of our pivotal system, pivotal is tied to any resource within the facility that you allow it to be. And so that can be Vecna's robots, that can be manual operators on the floor and supervisors in the offices, that can be third-party systems or photo eyes or PLCs. All of that information is fed into Pivotal, and through that, it evaluates all available demand and all available resources, and then it will come up with the best plan at the time to optimize how that work gets executed by Vecna's systems through Pivotal. And so it will dynamically allocate tasks and schedule jobs to individual units, as well as perform overall traffic management and load balancing of the system. But as conditions change, it is constantly evaluating what is going on within the building, and we'll use that information to change plans as needed. And so if a unit gets delayed, or if a hot order comes in, or maybe a unit has to leave the fleet to go recharge, and there's a little bit of downtime while the units are swapping out. All of that is taken into account, and Pivotal will make the best plan at the time to make sure that work continues to get done. Um, in addition, it makes sure that each unit is operating as efficiently as possible. And so if a robot is making an inbound move and another outbound pallet is available nearby, instead of just assigning that to the next unit down the job queue, it might bump that pallet up to make sure that the robot is operating at as high of a forks full time as possible. If you have a tugger that was bringing several pallets to an area, and once it's unloaded and now has capacity, it will change its plans and its routes to know that it can now make additional pickups. And so it's constantly making sure that each resource is performing at optimal levels. And then finally, it enables all of these systems to work well together. And so if our counterbalance forklift is tracking capacity across different palletizer stations, it knows to prioritize which stations it should be going to instead of just maybe performing them in the same sequence every time. If a tugger is getting close to arriving at a P&D, it can alert nearby human operators who can meet the tugger at the right time to make sure that both parties are operating as efficiently as possible. And all of that is being coordinated through our orchestration system. And so with tasking, as I mentioned, it's able to take demand from any system. And so that can be the WMS or an MES or an ERP. That can be, call buttons, PhotoEyes, PLCs, and our smart box integrated with those. That can be just touchscreen interfaces, as you're seeing here. All that demand feeds into Pivotal, and then it's able to dynamically schedule, optimize, and allocate those tasks across all these various resources. And so, this robot should be doing these tasks, and this robot should be doing that task. And through that, it's also making sure that overall routing, overall execution is going to be as optimal as possible. But on the business intelligence side, Pivotal is also providing a lot of operational insights to your staff. And so one of the aspects of Pivotal allows you to live monitor everything going on within the facility. And so you can get a live view of your facility with robots within that. You can do everything from fleet-wide controls to drilling down to an individual unit, getting all of the real-time information from that unit, where it is, what its current status is, what jobs it's working on, what else is scheduled for the fleet. And this allows you to, in addition to simple startup and shutdown controls, also understand how product is moving through your building. It allows you to respond as things fluctuate throughout the day. If a bottleneck is impending, that can get flagged through this system, and then we can use that to proactively try to mitigate that instead of just waiting for these things to happen. And so this is a powerful tool that allows supervisors to really understand what is going on in the building. And on top of that, you've got your data analytics, and so that's another key component of the system. All of our robots and anything tied to Pivotal have the ability to live stream data, and using that data, there's simple performance improvements that you can monitor, but it's also, a heat map of what's going on throughout the facility. It allows you to drill down into why was this cycle time the way that it was? How can we further improve this? And so this is a powerful tool that allows you not just to see what your robots performed, but how they did it in the facility and what can be done to improve that over time. And as I mentioned, this component of our system is really key. Robots and automation are only as good as they are able to be effectively utilized. And so Vecna has a strong focus on this orchestration and the analytics to ensure that our customers are using the system to the best of its ability. And these are just some examples of our customers who have effectively utilized Pivotal to improve their operations over time. And so I hope that gives you a quick insight into our Pivotal orchestration system. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to contact us, and please feel free to reach out to myself or any of my other colleagues or visit our virtual booth to check out the other range of our Pivotal platform. But thank you.